Hello and welcome here to Prior's Flat this evening on a nice gorgeous sunny evening here in Hexham, where we're watching this match between Tynedale and Allendale, the first match in the County Cup for these sides, and we've had the first innings already in front of quite a few spectators down here at Prior's Flat this evening. And the players are just coming back out for the second innings, but Allendale batted first after Tynedale Tom Cant won the toss and sent them in, and they made 103 for 9 off their 20 overs. So Allendale 103 for 9, and top scorer was Richards with 52, and he rather saved the innings for Allendale in the end, because at one stage they were 14 for 4 in the 6th over and 68 for 6, and then a good partnership between Richards and John Welch took Allendale ahead of the pace a bit more, and they got a decent score on the board in the end. So the wickets, everybody shared them about. There was 6 bowlers for Tynedale tonight. Poor old Captain Tom Cant there, he didn't get a wicket, but the rest shared them about. It was Sam Peter who got 3, William Dagg got 1, Cuthbertson got 2, Percival got 1, and Bailey got 1, and there was a run out as well. So the scorecard: Tim Raglan run out 6, Eli Richards bowled Bailey 52, Ali Stobbs, LBW Peter for 0, Jacob Thomas bowled Peter 0, Dan Mills bowled Peter 1. That was a swipe across the line, that shot from Mills. Welsh was bowled by Dagg for 25. Reid bowled Cuthbertson 3. And then it was Rhys Scott, Court Cant bowled Cuthbertson 3. Then at the end, John Raglan bowled by James Percival for 2, and Ollie Scott and Blair were the men left not out at the end for Allendale in this first round County Cup match. So welcome here if you've joined us tonight here on Spreaker Internet Radio on the Cricket West Tyne programme. My name's Matthew Erskine, and we've got the second innings of this first round County Cup tie. 20 overs maximum per side, and Allendale will be glad that they've used up all their overs. And as I said just a moment ago, that from 14 for 4 and then 68 for 6, they got to 103 for 9 off their 20 overs. So we're just waiting for the Tynedale batsmen to appear from the changing rooms to our left, and we're broadcasting tonight as usual, as we usually do, usually on a Saturday afternoon, from in the clubhouse, right in the corner, with the scoreboard away in the top left of the picture as we look out down towards Corbridge, with the red brick houses of Spittal and Prior Terrace on our right, and further over Kingsgate Terrace and Elandsgate Terrace, and just peeking out over the rooftops there, the highest point of Hexham Abbey across in the town centre. We can just see that just below the tree line to our right hand side there, and in its shadow on the field here there's a few spectators, and they're just taking advantage of the sun over there, the sun setting behind us, behind the clubhouse, and about half the field in shadow at the minute, but the spectators on the bank side across to the right enjoying what little sun's getting over there. The picnic tables in front of it, mind you, aren't in any sun, and the scoreboard, down at the scoreboard at the top of the ground there, there's a few spectators just huddled on the chairs over there as well. They'll have a few more minutes of sun before this match is out tonight, but we have got a little bit of a delay here. We're allowed a few minutes between the innings in these cup ties, but the Allendale fielders are already out there, and I can see Welch, the wicketkeeper, just takes a little practice catch there before he throws it back to one of the Scott brothers, and 13-year-old Jake Reid making his first team appearance for Allendale tonight, so I'm told. So he's batted already, and batted well as well. good defensive, sound defensive shots on him. And Ben Cuthbertson just grabs a glass of water there down in front of us and scuttles across in front of our window here. He's just way back. 2 wickets for Ben Cuthbertson, playing for Tynedale tonight. He's had a run of it in the first team this last few weeks with absences and what have you. And he did bowl in the cup. In fact, he didn't bat in the first cup match of the season in the charity bowl, but he naught for 17 as well in that match when he bowled, so he's playing tonight. And James Percival took a couple of 1 wicket. He's playing his second cup match of the season as well. And Nathan Bailey, he bowled Richards actually he got the wicket of the night, did Nathan Bailey. Eli Richards, 52 for Allendale, and he's out there with his floppy sun hat on and his long braided hair, standing with his hands behind his back at the moment. And the umpires are just appearing out on the field, and it's umpire Wasim Aslam and umpire Peter Robertson. Umpire Aslam wearing the Homburg shape hat, sun hat, and umpire Robertson with his floppy sun hat on out there. And here's the Tynedale batsman going out now, Jamie Crichton, and from the back here it looks like Sam Mannion. We'll soon get a look at them when they get to the crease, but 1 or 2 people just going out of the clubhouse now to get into the sun to watch the match. And it's Tynedale who will need 104 to win this first round tie here. And here we go. We're going to get our first look at the bowler for Allendale down at that far end. So Tom Cant of Tynedale winning the toss and sent Allendale in, and it was a pretty good move as well. And it's going to be Mannion, yes, Sam Mannion, who's going to take strike first with 1 slip in place. And we're going to have a point, a cover, a mid-off, a mid-on, a deep square, and a close-in mid-wicket as well. So here's Mannion to face the first ball. Umpire Robertson just checks the scorers already to our left here. And maximum 20 overs. Here we go. Mannion, forward defensive shot first up, and a misfield off the first ball at point there, and the ball trickles away, and it's Richards who has to clear up there, and there is 1 run to the total. So Mannion off the mark with a single there for Tynedale. And here is Crichton on to strike. And here's the next one now. First over of Tynedale's reply. Crichton defends, and he's edged it rather, and it comes up towards us here. And it's a nice half a stop there, and there was no run to Tynedale. Crichton stays where he is, and he got 6 in the last cup match. He's had a good run of it in the league so far this season. And here he is, just settles in again now. Field unchanged. Here's the next ball now, and Crichton defends this one. Just jabs forward at it and holds the bat steady. Jab forward with his foot there, and the ball just runs out and is picked up and thrown back to the bowler. And a great big tall fella for Allendale. Here he comes now. He's up to bowl to Crichton, who's there and drives this time, and that's Richards who fields in the covers and throws it at the top end there. The bowler stumps, but it was Mannion who was straight back. So Thomas bowling here for Allendale, Jacob Thomas, and he's right arm over the wicket, and he's bowling to Crichton. So here he is again now, a big 6'4" or 6'5" maybe, and there's a pull shot in front of square up towards the scoreboard, They've got one run now, the batsman. Here comes the throw to the top end, the bowler's end, and Crichton gets another couple there. And he gets off the mark with those two. So it'll be Crichton on strike again. And we've got a third man down here, just couldn't see him underneath our window. Trying to count the fielders up there, 1 or 2 on the tennis courts across to the left as well. But here's Thomas to Crichton, who drives and shoots off the edge up towards us behind third man, and that's one of the Scott brothers who picks up and fields and throws in. And that's well done from the young lad down here. And there was 1 at the end, 2 at the end of the over there. So at the end of the first over of Tynedale's reply, 5 for no wicket, chasing 104 to win this first round cup tie. So 99 now to win for Tynedale off a maximum of 12 overs. And oh dear, it looks like little Emily Darling's had a little accident down there. And my dad Richard there just carrying her off towards one of the seats over across to our right. Hope she's okay. Baby Kant is up there on the seats as well with her mum and looking on. And Dad mustn't be coming in. Tom Kant, that is, the captain of Tynedale, he mustn't be coming in till a little bit later on. But we're going to have Raglan, I think, now to bowl, yes. Left arm. He's bowling to Mannion. Mannion, defensive there. Defensive shot, and the ball goes out towards the tennis courts. And it's quickly picked up, and there is no run. And here's Raglan again. He's in, bowling to Mannion. He's there and bowls, and Mannion just turns this one round. Very fine, past the wicketkeeper's left hand, and it's running up towards the far boundary. And a fine leg there, and he's going to get 4 runs for it. So, 4, no he's not. He's going to get, there's going to be 4 leg buys to the total there. Wazi Muslim just waited a minute till he signalled that. So 7 for no wicket. Mannion on strike is 1 not out. Crichton is 4. And here's Raglan again to Mannion, who this jams him up a bit, and he has to sort of lurch across to his right there to play that shot. And he just got the bat over the top of it well, and it bounced into the ground, and Raglan picks it up and is back to his mark now. Now here's Raglan to bowl. He's just about to bowl here, running away from us. He's bowling to Sam Mannion. Mannion just defends a slower full toss there, and it's straight back down towards us, but Raglan gets it and picks it up long before it gets anywhere near us down here. And it's 7 for no wicket now. And it's 98, 96, 97 to win for Tynedale now. I'll get that right in a minute. I'll add it up. And there's a good ball from Raglan. And he played and missed at that one. Did Mannion outside his off stump, and the wicketkeeper takes it well there. And there is no run. And it'll be Mannion again. So we've got no slips now. We've got a long leg and a third man. We've got a point as well and a cover. As Raglan's in again, left arm over to Mannion, who turns this one down towards long leg, and it's picked up there and thrown in quickly. And there's a single to Mannion. And that's the end of the second over here tonight at Priors Flat. In the second innings, Tynedale chasing, needing 104 to win, or 8 for no wicket, with 18 overs left to try and get these 104 runs. So now it's 96 to win for Tynedale. So we're going to have Thomas again, shirt sleeves on, longish black hair, charges in towards us here, bowling to Mannion with a slip. There's Mannion, who drives for 4. He's hit a 4 up towards Priors Terrace, and it just crosses the boundary now, and Richard saves his legs running after that one, and a little bit over pitched, and Mannion a high left elbow there as he played that shot, and he got it away for 4 into the sunshine down at just past the house end to our right hand side. So 12 for no wicket and 92 to win now for Tynedale. Thomas 2, Mannion again, who just steers this one off the face up towards the deep backward point boundary. They've got 2. There goes the throw, and they'll stick with that. 2 more to the total there, and the score goes to 14 for no wicket Tynedale with 90 needed to win. Mannion 8 not out, Crichton 4 not out, and here's Thomas again now. He's in to Mannion, bowls. Mannion leans forward into that one and just pushes it out to Richards there, who's fielding at cover, and there is no run. So plenty spectators now down by the house end across there. Just that was where the ball went in the last 2 shots ago from Mannion, and the field's on the move now. Mid wicket has come out, so I wonder how Mannion feels about trying to steer a shot through towards the tennis courts if he gets a chance. Thomas bowls on the stumps this time, and Mannion's forward, just pushes it out, and Thomas does the fielding there. The bowler, safe as a sandbag he was, down and got it. For such a tall man, he got down quickly there, and he just plods back up towards his mark now. So it's Mannion facing, and it's Thomas coming in. He's just about to bowl. Here's Mannion, goes forward again and drives, and lovely 4 up again, almost identical to the last driven shot up towards the corner of the ground across to our right at the end of Prior's Terrace. And he gets 4 more there, Mannion, and that takes the score to 18 for no wicket. Mannion's gone to 12. And here's Mannion again now, about to face up to Thomas. Here he comes, bowls, and there's Mannion, who steers this one off the face and up towards us here at third man, and it's quickly picked up, and they've come through for 2, which is good running there. Crichton just has to get the scuttle on as he goes back up towards the bowler's end, and that's the end of the over. On a gloriously sunny night here at Prior's Flat, but a little chilly out there, maybe a bit of breeze out there as well. We're inside tonight, looking straight up the ground from the clubhouse. But the score after 3 overs here, Tynedale needing 104 to win, or 20 for no wicket, so 84 now for the home side here to win, and it's going to be Crichton on strike, and it's going to be Raglan to bowl round the wicket. Left arm, medium fast seam bowler. He's got his long sleeves on tonight, and he's not facing us, but I think I can see half a beard there as he goes into bowl. And there's Crichton, who plays away square towards the tennis courts, and it's quickly picked up. And I do apologise there, I said round the wicket, he's coming over the wicket. I just see Mannion swap sides just before that last ball. So there we go. There was no run off that last one, but we'll see how he goes with this next one now. He's just about to bowl again, and he's going to bowl to Crichton. Here he comes, bowls, and that's nicely steered up towards the scoreboard in the third man position, where it's picked up now and thrown in. And Crichton gets another single there, and he moves to 5 for that shot, and the score goes to 21. And that moves it now to 83 to win for the home side off a maximum of 20 overs, and we're in the 4th over here. So we've got no slips, we've got a third man, a long leg, a deep square, mid-wicket, a mid-on, a mid-off, 2 covers and a point. There's a bouncer from Raglan, and it wasn't a very fast one, and Mannion saw that one early and ducked down, nearly bent at the knees, just about buckles at the knees as he ducked under that one. But it went through to the wicketkeeper, Welch, and there was no run and there was no danger either. So here's Raglan again now, over the wicket, past umpire Aslam, and bowls to Mannion, who tries to flick that one away, but it's down the leg side, and umpire Aslam signals a wide, and there is there's just one there, no run to the batsman, but 22 now for no wicket. That's 82 now to win for Tynedale. Now here he goes, here's Raglan, up he goes and bowls to Mannion, who just shapes to drive there, but just chops the bat down onto it, and it runs along the ground out to backward point to our left, up at the top end there on the tennis court side of the ground, and there was no run. So umpire Robertson here having the best of the weather over at square leg there. Well, he's at the point position, he mustn't be bothered to come across. He's in the sunshine. Umpire Aslam down at this end looks a bit hunched up in the cold, but here's Raglan now, the Mannion, who flicks that one up towards long leg, and it's fielded now. The fieldsman there just a bit inhibited by the sun, but he gets it in and he just concedes one run. Does Raglan there, and that takes it to 23 for no wicket Tynedale in the fourth over. So it's 81 to win now for the home side. And here's Raglan again now, bowling to Crichton. He's up there now and bowls, and that one's down the leg side, and it'll be another wide, signalled by umpire Aslam. Up to the scorers to our left here. So 80 to win now for Tynedale, and 24 for no wicket. Crichton on strike has 5. Mannion at the other end 15. And here's Raglan again now. Shirt tucked in. Bowls to Crichton, who's forward, and that one lifted, but he managed to keep it down, and that's a good stop, diving to his left there, the fielder at backward point, and he saves the run. Crichton didn't get that one away as far as he might have liked. So at the end of that over, 24 for no wicket Tynedale. They need 104 to win, so 80 to win for the home side here, Tynedale, and it's going to be Thomas again to bowl, is it? Yes, he's about to hand his jumper, take his jumper and cap off there, and he's going to give it to umpire Robertson. And now, have we any change in the field here? We're just going to have a look. And it's Mannion just standing at the moment having a look what's going on now. Third man's coming up 10 yards in off the boundary right in front of us here. So for Mannion we're going to have a slip, a third man 2/3 back to the boundary, a point, a cover, an extra, mid-off, a wide mid-on and a square leg. Mannion drives and it comes behind square off the face of the bat. And there's Scott who fields and throws into the wicketkeeper. And one run was added there, so 25 for no wicket now. So it's 79 to win for Tynedale. And Mannion's gone to 16 with that score. Now it's Thomas again bowling to Crichton. Just about to bowl now. Crichton now, a bit of pace there and bounce, and Crichton just played that one with soft hands, and the ball jags down into the offside where Richards picks up, and there is no run. And Thomas again, it's thrown back to him. I think it's Raglan up there who throws the ball back to Thomas, who runs out of the sunshine up towards us here into the shadows to bowl to Crichton. And that one's played a miss, and there's a shout, but not a very enthusiastic one. The bowler didn't appeal there. Wicketkeeper and the captain Raglan did, but umpire Robertson unconvinced up at that top end. It was umpire Robertson who didn't want to give that one out that time. But here's Thomas again now, bowling to Crichton. Defends it square on the offside. Richards there, who picks up now, and there is no run. I'm just looking across, I can't see the flag on the clubhouse here now. I'm just looking across the tree in the garden there, and there's quite a bit of breeze. The branches on that fir tree, it looks like it's a little dishevelled. It looks like it's flopped down a bit, but I can see the branches moving. But here's Thomas again, and a swing and a miss outside the off that time from Crichton. Went for the big drive, and it went through to the wicketkeeper Welch, and there was no run. And that was 25 for no wicket still. 79 to win now. And here's Thomas bowling to Crichton, who pulls, and he may be over the head of mid-wicket there, up to the practice nets for 4 runs. And he saw that one early, and again he pulled it from outside the off, and it went in front of square, over to our left, up towards the practice nets, and 4 more runs. So 29 for no wicket at the end of the 5th over here, quarter of the way through the possible maximum innings here for Tynedale. They're 30 for no wicket at the end of that one. The scoreboard just clicked over there, and it's now 74 to win. I'll add that up in a minute, but here's Raglan coming in to bowl to Mannion, who defends this one back down the pitch. And the scoreboard's playing run around with me tonight. It's got back and forward. It's 29 again now, so 4 off that one, and that's 75 to win. I'll be having a word with Mr. Wicklow later, who's operating the scoreboard tonight. But here's Raglan again now, bowling to Mannion. He's up there now and bowls, and there's Mannion who steers this one. Another misfield, and he'll get 4 more. Oh dear, a misfield there at point, and umpire Aslam just signals 4 up to the box to our left here. So 4 more to the total, which takes it to 71 to win now for Tynedale. It's 33 for no wicket. Mannion has gone to 20 with that shot, and Crichton at this end. Our end here is 9 not out. And here's Raglan again to Mannion, who defends this one this time off the off stump, and the ball trickles out again and safely enough picked up there. And there is no run again this time. 33 still for no wicket. And Raglan again just turns at the end of his run, just about to bowl now to Mannion. Mannion comes forward to a full pitcher there and half drives it out, and it's Blair who picks it up at extra cover, and there is no run. And it's Raglan who walks back to the end of his mark, and he gets the ball. Turns now, just about the turn. Here he goes. Those long legs pace up past the umpire now, and bowls to Mannion, who tries to pull the one away to the leg side, but a wide signal there down the leg side by umpire Aslam. And Mannion at the top of the pitch there, in on the crease. He's 20 not out. Got 3 in his last cup match, so a welcome score for the young man in his 3rd season at Tynedale. And there's a good shot, and it's out. Is it? Yes, straight down the throat. I thought it was going. The spectators down at long leg there, they all looked like they were moving out the way, but it's gone straight into the hands of Thomas down there at long leg. And just as I was saying that Mannion had a good score, he's gone and pulled himself out, and the score is 34 for 1 Tynedale, as Mannion makes his way off for 20. I think the sun had a bit of there was 1 or 2 of the spectators who were in full flight for safety, but Thomas, who was it, caught it. So Raglan has the wicket, the first wicket of the night, and Tynedale are 34 for 1 in the 6th over, and it's 70 to win at the moment, of a maximum of 20 overs here tonight at Prior's Flat. By the way, you're listening to our sponsored programme tonight, Experts in Business and the Royal Oak, Cornsay Colliery, the Country Pub, as well, and the Canton Brislin Dairy Products. So if we have a time, we'll have a word and do a little bit of business for our sponsors as this innings progresses here. But it's Rainford, the new batsman, right-handed. And if you heard a beep there, that's just one of our batteries about to pass out. But Raglan bowls to Rainford, just about to bowl now, and he does so, and Rainford pushes this one out to the offside, and there was no run. So that's the end of the 6th over, so we'll bring ourselves up to date there. Mannion out in that over. Tynedale 34 for 1. Mannion made 20, and Crichton is 9. He's still up there with Rainford. The two of them are just having a little chat at the moment, and they're back again now. Here they come. They just break up the two batsmen there, so it's going to be Thomas to continue and one or two spectators. The sun's completely gone now across to our right as this over is about to start, so everybody seems to have floated down to that far side up the top end there at the gasworks end, and it's a bit warmer here in the clubhouse. But here's Thomas now bowling to Crichton with one slip and a close gully, and that one's just defended up there, and it's picked up by Reed there. I think it is in the covers. And here's Thomas again now, running out of the sunshine towards us here, bowling to Crichton, who defends again, and again it goes in the same place, and it's picked up, and the ball's thrown to Raglan there, who is just about to give it back to Thomas. There he goes, he throws it back to Thomas now. Right arm over the wicket, Jacob Thomas. And Rainford came in as the new batsman there. He got off, he's not off the mark yet, but he had 41 down at Shotley Bridge last Wednesday night in the Cup, and there's a driven shot from Crichton, and that's a nicely timed split the gap there between cover and mid-off, and it's racing up towards the boundary. And will it beat the fielder? No, I think that's a good stop with the foot there, kicking it back, and it's Crichton who's got 3 runs with that shot. It's been thrown in now to the bowler's end, and Crichton goes to 12 with that shot, another 3 to the total, which takes it to 67 to win for Tynedale in the 7th, with a score at 37 for 1. Here's Thomas again now bowling to Rainford, and that one's just defended down square on this offside, and there is no run, and we're going to have Thomas again. Just gets the ball now and up at the top of his mark. 2 years ago Tynedale beat Allendale, and it was here in the same round of this tournament, the County Cup. There's Thomas again now to Rainford, and a play and a miss outside the off this time. Rainford going forward there. So the field placings at nearly at the end of this over now, but we've got a slip, mid-third man, backward, close backward point, a cover and a mid-off, a wide mid-on, and a square leg. And Rainford lets that one go through outside the off at the end of the over, and umpire Robertson just gives Thomas his jumper back there. It's 37 for 1 Tynedale. Crichton 12. Rainford no wicket, no runs yet, and Mannion is the man out so far for Tynedale. He went for 20. An attempted short arm pull shot, and he just didn't get enough on it, caught it long leg. So we're going to have Raglan again, the Allendale captain. So we've got one slip, a third man, a long leg, a deep square, mid-on quite close up there, mid-off, a cover, and an extra and a point. And that's turned away around the corner up towards the house end there, where it's picked up and thrown in, and Crichton just comes through, just jogs steadily through there for a single. He's gone to 13, the score goes to 38, and now it's 66 to win for Tynedale. Now, big gap through mid-wicket to our right. Will Rainford see it as he Raglan bowls, and that's well pitched on a good length, and it got up as well, and Rainford just gets in the line there and just defends it out to the offside, and it's picked up there at mid-off, and there is no run. Here's Raglan again now, bowling to Rainford. He's there and bowls short, and it's pulled into the ground out towards the house end. It alright, and it's thrown in now, and Rainford gets a single. So one more to the total there. Score goes to 39. 65 now to win for Tynedale in the 8th over. Maximum of 20. And here's Raglan again now. On his way past umpire Aslam. He's up there now and bowls to Crichton, who tries to turn this one down the leg. And no wide signal that time, although it did go down the leg side there. It may have just clipped the thigh pad or something as it went through to Welch, the wicket keeper, but there wasn't any run. So no, still 39 for 1 here. And here's Raglan again to Crichton. Crichton's forward, it's up in the air, but he's got it over mid-off. They're running up here for 2 now. The fielder's just there now. It's coming in, the ball's going into the bowler's end, and it's a little delayed, and Crichton and Rainford are safely in their creases at the end of that ball. So 2 more to the total. 41 now for 1 Tynedale, and it's 63 to win now, as in goes Raglan again to Crichton, who just defends this one down onto the offside, and there is no run. And that's the end of the over. End of the 8th. 41 for 1 Tynedale, Crichton 15, Rainford 1. Tynedale needing 104 to win, or 41 for 1, with 63 runs needed to win this match, as many of the spectators here are on the march round that top end into the sunshine. The sun's still beating down mercilessly onto them hills above Acomb. Acomb away across to our left, and St John, you can just see the peak of St John Lee Church across there as well, and that's where Allendale have put a man back on that deep mid-wicket boundary. Rainford's quite capable of hitting him over there if he wants to. The pitch right in the middle of the square tonight, almost in the centre of Prior's Flat. And here we go. Thomas is off. And there's Rainford, who strikes this one through the offside, but it's stopped there in the covers, and he doesn't get a run. So there we go. Still the same. 41 for 1 Tynedale. We've got 3 out, 4 in the deep for Allendale, and that one's just chopped square again from Rainford, but there's no run. And now we're changing the field. There's a deep cover come in. Raglan's come across from the mid-wicket into the extra cover position. Here's the next one now, and Rainford scoops that one out towards the tennis courts, and one bounce to the fielder there down a deep square leg to our left, and Rainford has got another one to his total there. So he's gone to 2. Now here's Crichton on strike. 15 not out. And he's pulled this one along the ground up towards the practice nets, and it's going to be fielded just outside the 30-yard circle there before it's thrown in. And Crichton gets himself another one, so 1 more to the total. Takes it to 43 for 1. And here's Rainford facing up, and he turns that one down into about the same position. It's fielded now, and he'll get a single, which takes the score to 44, which makes it 60 to win now for the home side here at Prior's Flat tonight. And here we go. Changing the field again for Crichton. In comes the deep cover, and Raglan makes his way down to deep mid-wicket. So we've got 2 deep mid-wickets across to the left. We've got a long on, and everybody else inside the circle, as there's Crichton, who's forward defending this time, and the ball just trickles out to the offside, and there is no run, and that's the end of the over. 44 for 1 Tynedale, Crichton 16, Rainford 3. Mannion, the man out so far, he was caught out for 20, and the 2 batsmen there, Crichton and Rainford, just depart from another little chat, and we're going to have, who are we going to have to bowl at this time? Are we going to have a Scot who comes on to bowl? I think so. And here we go. I think that's Rhys Scott. I'm sure Mr. Wicklow will give us a text in a minute to keep us up to date with who the bowler is here. But it's going to be Rainford facing up, so we've got another left arm over the wicket for Allendale, and that's wide of the off stump, and umpire Aslam signals out with the arms there, and he concedes a single. 1 run off his first ball there, and it's 45 for 1 now, with that's 59 to win for Tynedale. And here's the next ball now. Rainford faces up to it. Short outside the legs, dump this time, and another wide, so 2 wides to start the over here. And another one to the total, so 58 to win now for the home side. And we've got a deep backward square, we've got a fine leg and a third man, and a deep cover. Here's Rainford again now, onto the leg stump, and just flicks it up towards the long leg boundary where it's fielded now. In it comes the throw, and Rainford makes it safely up to that far end for another couple of runs. He goes to 5, and the score goes to 48, and that makes it 56 to win for Tynedale. And here's Scott again, in he goes. And Rainford just swings away hard, and it's come off the edge, and it runs up there to third man, and it's thrown in now, and Rainford gets off strike down to this bottom end, our end here, and another one to the total, and that's 55 to win now for Tynedale. 49 for 1, Crichton 16 on strike, Rainford's gone to 6. So Scott winds in again to Rainford, who chips this one over the top of mid-wicket, and it's racing out towards the Kingsgate Terrace side of the ground. It'll not get to the boundary. It's picked up by Thomas, and the batsmen get through there safely enough. Thrown into the top end there to the wicketkeeper's end, and Rainford goes to 18, and the score goes to 51, and so it's 53 to win now for Tynedale. 51 for 1 they are in the 10th over. So here's Scott up he goes and bowls, left arm, and Crichton's way down the pitch and plays across the line, but it's thrown up to the bowler's end here, and there's going to be over throws here. They've got one more now, they'll come back for 2. Crichton scampering, in goes the throw, and that'll be 3 runs, 3 leg byes there to Tynedale, so the score goes to 54 for 1, and it was Richards who shot the ball in towards the bowler's end stumps, but it was of no use. And here's Scott again now to Rainford, who guides this one off the edge up towards the scoreboard at the top corner there. It's picked up now, I think that's Stubbs who's picked it up. Rainford charges back up to the top end for 2 more, and the score's gone to 56. And it's 48 now to win for Tynedale. Scott's in again now and bowls to Rainford, who pushes wide of point, but the fielder gets there. Richards, no problem at all, and there was no run there, and that's the end of the 10th over. So halfway through the innings here, halfway through the second innings here, it's Tynedale looking odds-on favourites to win this match now. They only need 48 more runs, because needing 104 to win, it's 56 for 1, Crichton 18, Rainford 8, the man out is Mannion with 20. He got 20 before he was caught out. So, if the players have not had the tea tonight, they're going to be feeling very hungry, but if you're in County Durham, never feel hungry again if you are travelling in County Durham, because you can call in at the Royal Oak Hotel at Cornsay Colliery. Super Sunday dinners, sumptuous starters and punchy puddings can all be found at the Royal Oak Country Pub at Cornsay Colliery, County Durham. Wash it all down with a variety of beers, wines, spirits and as many soft drinks as you can carry glasses for. It's perfect for summer at this sporting pub, supporting golf and cricket and darts and more. At the bottom of the bank at 1 Commercial Street, it's the place to stop this summer as you travel through County Durham. Find them on Facebook or call ahead for details on 0191 373 4224. If you're travelling there by SatNav, postcode DH79BN. And here's Rainford now, who just turns it away along the ground up towards the tennis courts to our left here, and he's going to get another run. And there's one more to the total. He's gone to 9, Rainford now, 58 for 1. And it's 46 now to win for Tynedale as Crichton crashes another one into point and it's dropped. Richards has dropped it. And I didn't see that touch the ground. And Crichton, I'm sure somebody will correct us, but I think that's a dropped catch there. And it's still 58 for 1. Here's Crichton again, who drives over mid-off this time and it races up towards the boundary. And 4 more to Crichton. He's gone to 23. The score goes to 62 for 1 Tynedale, and that's 42 to win for the home side here tonight in Hexham. Now here's the next ball now, and he comes, and Crichton pulls away, and 1 bounce to the fielder, and a little misfield there from Raglan, but he manages to stop it going to the boundary, so Crichton will just get a single there. That takes it at the end of the 12th over. It's 63 for 1. And Tynedale need 104 to win, need 41 to win this match with 9 overs left to go. 11 bowled here. Tynedale 63 for 1, Crichton 24 and Rainford 9. Raglan with the wicket so far for Allendale. And if you're listening here on Speaker Internet Radio, you can listen through the website. You're more than welcome to, or you can listen via YouTube at Cricket West Tyne, or via Twitter or Facebook, and you can join us tonight or on Saturday as well. Here's Scott now to Crichton. Start of the next over. High it goes, and I think that'll be 6. Yes, it just went low down into the wall across to our right at the house end there. And umpire Aslam signals 6. A lovely pull shot there from Crichton. Sent it high, but long enough. And that takes the score to 69 for 1. And now it's 35 to win for Tynedale. Here's Crichton again facing up to Scott. Bowls, and another attempted sort of short arm pull this time. Just lurched across to his right as he tried to play that Crichton, but he doesn't get it away. It just bounces down by his feet and he doesn't get any runs there. So 69 for 1 still. Crichton on 30. 35 to win for Tynedale. And here's Scott again. He's in and bowls to Crichton, who's forward and in the orthodox defensive there, and the ball just runs out on to the offside, the tennis court side, and there is no run. So the left-handed Scott here, and his shirt sleeves, his shirt tucked in, changing the field here. Thomas has dropped back onto the deep mid-wicket, so there's deep mid-wicket and a deep square. Third man and a long leg, and a play and a miss outside the off from Crichton that time. Went for the big drive, and the ball passed over his bat about 2 inches from the toe, so it was quite wide that time, and umpire Aslam didn't bother to signal anything as well that time, so no run to Tynedale. And yes, Scott again now winds in to Crichton. Crichton goes for the pull again, and the ball's got stuck. No, it dropped to the floor, but it got stuck somewhere high up between his legs there before it fell to the floor. And he looks to have that shot in his mind at the moment. And Scott, yeah, I mean, we're not looking exactly straight down the pitch, but he's going away from us to bowl to Crichton here. We're behind long on, and if he just starts it off a little bit wider like that, but just over pitch that time, and it's a nice on drive from Crichton back up towards us and to our left. He's got 2 so far. Here comes the throw now. He's coming back for 3. He'll have to run, but he just leaps halfway around the stumps there as he gets back to this end, Crichton. So 3 runs from that on drive, and the score goes to 72 for no wicket. 1 wicket Tynedale, Mannion out. 32 to win now for the home side. And the 2 batsmen meet in the middle again. So we're going to have that was the end of the over, by the way. 72 for 1 Tynedale, 32 to win. Crichton on strike, 33 not out, and it's Rainford up at the top end and on strikers end, 9 to win. So it's Blair to continue up that top end. A little short run past the umpire and bowls, and that's a full ball, and a sweep attempted there from Crichton, and he doesn't get it away. It just trickles off fine, and it's picked up there at short fine leg, and there is no run. So here we go, 13th over, Tynedale, 104 to win, needed, 72 for 1, 32 needed, as in comes Blair again, and Crichton's down the pitch and doesn't time that drive, and the ball goes quite quickish along the ground up towards mid-off where it's fielded there, and there is no run. Here's Blair again now to Crichton. Crichton just pushes this one square, and he's going to turn and shape the play to the offside, the onside that time, but he doesn't. He just opens the face, and it runs off to Richards there at point, and there is no run. So here we go. Here's Blair coming in, bowling to Crichton, the keeper standing up. Crichton waits for that one and cuts it, and he's going to get 1, and the field of it cover there just deep enough to allow that single, and there is 1 run added to the total there. 73 for 1 now, 31 needed, and I can just see Jen Sewell walking about, coming across in front of our commentary position here, and there's Rainford again, who tries to hit this one hard through the off, but mistimes it, and the ball just goes back to the bowler there, Blair, and there is no run. So we've got a long off, a deep mid-wicket, a deep square at the moment, as in comes Blair again, and Rainford up on his toes that time, leaning back, drives up to mid-off, but it goes straight to the fielder on the mid-off place position there, and there is no run. So it's 73 for 1 at the end of the over there. 31 to win for Tynedale. Crichton 34, Rainford 9, and Crichton's got the helmet off now, just feeling the heat a bit. As the field all changes round, and we've got Scott to continue, left arm over from this near end, so he'll be running away from us. And here he goes now. Here's Scott now into Crichton. He's there and bowls, and that's down the leg side, and the keeper's missed it. And I think there'll be wides for this, will there? Yes. Umpire Aslam. So 2 added to the total there, 77 for 1. So 29 to win now for Tynedale in the first round of this County Cup. And it'll be Scott again. Here he goes. Past the umpire to Rainford. He's there and bowls. And there's a big shot, but it's gone straight up. There's somebody underneath it. It's Reed, and he's missed it. And it just wasn't quick enough in there. And they've got 2. Reed recovers, throws in, and it's just missed the bowler's end stumps there, and they get through for 2 more. So Rainford led off there, and we've got the scores gone to 70. I don't think the scoreboard's moved. I'll update you in a minute when it moves. But here's Scott again now to Rainford. Up he goes and bowls short, outside the off, driven square this time, and Crichton just outside his crease. Forces a shot at the stumps from Richards from point to this near end, and he was safe enough, but here's Scott again, just at the end of his run, just about to bowl again now, past the umpire, bowling to Rainford. Rainford drives a full one, square again, and it goes straight. A couple of bounces there to Richards, who fields again nicely, and there is no run this time. So we'll wait to the end of the over, and we'll bring you an update of the score here on Cricket West Tyne on Speaker Internet Radio. There we go, the score's just moved along, but here's Scott again, bowling to Rainford. He's there, bowls Rainford's forward and just pushes this one out along the ground to the tennis court side, and it's fielded in the covers there. So we'll just have a couple of one balls left in this over from Scott now, and it's 25 now to win for Tynedale. In goes Scott, and that's edged up towards the third man boundary. A big swing of the bat there from Rainford, and he scarpers through to this near end. So 24 to win now at the end of that one no, there's still one ball left. Got ahead of myself there, so it's 24 to win for Tynedale. Crichton on strike 34, Rainford's on 14, just come to the non-strikers end here. And here's Scott, in he goes to bowl again, and there's an attempted pull shot from Crichton down the leg side, and the keeper takes it at the second attempt there, and there is no run. So at the end of the 14th over, that one, so we're nearly 3/4 of the way through this innings. Tynedale needing 104 to win, or 80 for 1, and it's Crichton 34 not out, Rainford 14, and the man out so far is Sam Mannion for 20. He was caught out down on the long leg boundary by Thomas, and that was from the bowling of Raglan, and that was quite a while ago now. And who have we got bowling? It's going to be Blair to continue from the top end. He'll come in to Rainford. Bowls, full toss, driven high over mid-off, and it's racing up towards the spectators across in the corner there, and he gets another 4 runs. So 20 to win now for Tynedale, with 5 and a bit overs left to go. So I'm not counting the chickens too early, but I think we might see Tynedale go through the next round of the County Cup. As Blair's in towards us again now to Rainford, who drives square, and that's a lovely shot, lovely time for 4 out, and it goes between the gap between Spittle Terrace and Priors Terrace across to our right. He just leant back on that one and watched it, and the bat came through at such a speed there, timed lovely, just a couple of yards wide of the right hand of cover, and he gets 4 more. And here we go. Here's Blair again now, he bowls, and they're playing a miss there from Rainford, and the wicketkeeper standing up takes that one cleanly. It's 88 for 1 now, so it's 14 to win for Tynedale. 16 to win, beg your pardon, 16. And that one's on the back foot again, driving out Rainford this time, and it's stopped by Raglan there in the covers. Yes, so it's 16 to win at the moment, 88 for 1. I've got 14 written down on my bit of paper here, but we'll ignore that for the moment. Here's Blair again to Rainford, he's there, and plays and misses outside the off again, and Blair just causing a little bit of trouble in this last this over. So we've got a long off, a long on, the field placings here, 2 deep to the leg across to the tennis courts, across to our left. We've got a short fine leg and a short third man, nobody close in, square on the leg side. We've got a backward point, a cover and an extra. As in comes Blair again, and there's a shot, a back, he's on the back foot, and a woofed shot up towards the scoreboard there, A short arm pull in front of square, and it's fielded now, and Rainford gets 2. So that takes it now to 14 to win for Tynedale at the end of the 15th over. And Rainford's gone to 24, Crichton has gone to 34. And although they don't need as many runs as they did, but these two have made a big partnership for the second wicket. 2 years ago in the Tom Byrne Cup, they put on 139 to win the match for Tynedale for the loss of just 1 wicket. So there's not as many tonight, but they're looking good, these two. And they've had innings so far in the league as well. But here's Crichton going to face up to Scott again. 90 for 1, 14 to win for Tynedale. Almost more or less lost the sun here on the field here at Priors Flat. It's still on the tennis courts a bit over there, but it's Scott to Crichton, high over, off the edge, and it's racing up towards the third man boundary. It stops who fields and throws in to the wicketkeeper's end, and it wasn't a very accurate throw, but it comes to the bowlers anyway. And there's 2 more runs there to the total. That takes it to 92 for 1, and that takes it to 12 to win now for the home side here. And here we go, here's Scott again. 12 to win for Tynedale. Crichton chips it, what a lovely shot. That'll be 4 runs, is it? Yes, it's gone over the fielder there at close mid-wicket, and it's beat the deep square leg. Fielder running towards us here to his right. Nicely placed there from Rainford. So 4 more to the Crichton, 4 more there to the total. So that takes it to 8 to win now for Tynedale in the 16th of a maximum of 20 here. 96 to win. Scott, Crichton. He saw him coming there. Crichton charged down the pitch and he bowled a little wider, and he's conceded 1 run there. Scott, the left arm bowler here. Wazi Maslam just signalling up to the scorers there. So 7 to win now for Tynedale to go through to the second round. And here's Crichton again. He's facing up to Scott. Bowls down the leg side, and I think that'll be another wide. Yes, there we go. Umpire Aslam just signals up. So 6 to win now for Tynedale. Score gone to 98 for 1. And this partnership worth 64 now for Crichton and Rainford. In Scott goes full, and it's driven square up towards the tennis courts, and it's going to be 4, which takes it to 102 for 1. Tynedale. Crichton's gone to 44 with that shot. Now we just need 2 to win now, and if he can hit a 6, he'll get his 50 in this match, Crichton. So let's see, has he realised? Where do you think? Over mid-wicket if he can get it that way. Here we go, here's Scott. He's got it, lad, he's got it. He's got 6 and he's got his 50. There we go, 6 for 50 for Jeremy Crichton. It was a full toss, scooped over the top, out to our right here. And Tynedale have won by 9 wickets. What an excellent shot there at the end. And out to the houses, the house end there, 6 into the gardens. And it's 108 for 1, Tynedale finish on. They've won by 9 wickets to Allendale's 103 for 9 off their 20 overs. They've won in the 16th, Tynedale, and 50 there for Jeremy Crichton. It was Rainford 24, not out. Mannion out for 20. They got the innings off to a good start, did Mannion and Crichton. But Tim Raglan, the captain, the only one with a wicket for Allendale this evening. So it's just coming up to a 20 past 8 here at Priors Flat in Hexham tonight, and the players are leaving the field. And just before I go and give you the final result and break off and let you get back to your evening, you can hear us again from 2:30 on Saturday, where we'll be broadcasting from the Spar Ground, Shotley Bridge, where Tynedale Firsts take on Shotley Bridge in Division 1 of the Northumberland and Tyneside Cricket League. But as the players come off, to our left, it's Tynedale who have won by 9 wickets. It was 108 for 1, played Allendale's 103 for 9. Crichton finishes with 50, and Rainford not out 24. I'll speak to you again on Saturday. Join us at 2:30 right here on the Cricket West Tyne programme on Spreaker.com or on YouTube, via Facebook and Twitter. And thank you to our sponsors and broadcasters as well tonight. The Royal Oak Business, the experts in business consultancy, and the Royal Oak, and who else have we got? Camden Bisland's dairy products as well. So for me, Matthew Erskine at Prayers Flat, Tynedale win by 9 wickets, and I'll speak to you again on Saturday from 2:30. Good night.